Rise with India podcast on ET Now.
Good morning and a very warm welcome. We're starting a new week after historic highs on Dalal Street on Friday. Let's see how well we can sustain from here on. I'm your host Rohit and this is the Rise with India podcast. Let's start by talking about the stories that are top of the mind this Monday morning. India is waking up to Cyclone Gulab's landfall in Andhra Pradesh. The nation needs 4 to 5 SBI-sized banks to meet the growing needs of the economy, says the finance minister. HDFC Bank has said that it aims to double its rural reach to 2 lakh villages. New ministers of state inducted in Uttar Pradesh cabinet, Jitin Prasada among names that take oath. And Prime Minister Modi will launch the digital health mission today. India needs 4 to 5 SBI-sized banks to meet the growing needs of the economy and industry. Finance Minister Sitaraman said the industry needs to imagine how Indian banking has to be in the immediate and the long-term future. About the future, banking is going to be largely driven by digitized processes and there needs to be a seamless digital system, she added. HDFC Bank, India's largest private sector lender, has said that it aims to double its rural reach to 2 lakh villages. This could mean the bank may hire 2,500 people in the next 6 months. The announcement came soon after Finance Minister Sitaraman voiced disappointment over banking reach and asked lenders to do more. Odisha saw light to moderate rainfalls as Cyclone Gulab made landfall in Andhra Pradesh. Heavy rains coupled with strong wind are expected in Maharashtra as well in the next 2 days. The IMD has issued a red alert for some districts in Maharashtra and there's also an orange alert for Mumbai. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has inducted Jitin Prasada and 6 others into his Council of Ministers as he attempts to balance caste and regional aspirations ahead of state elections next year. Prasada had crossed over to the BJP from the Congress in June. Prime Minister Modi will launch the digital health mission today. The mission hopes to create a seamless online platform for health-related personal information. PM Modi has also called for making record business of Khadi products on Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary on October 2nd. The Road Transport Ministry is all set to roll out a new 7,200 crore rupees support program for road safety. The scheme will incentivize state governments to drive road safety interventions at the grassroots level. The Dow Jones and the S&P 500 edged higher on Friday, clinching gains for the week despite uncertainty over China's Evergrande. Investors who own Evergrande's dollar bonds hadn't received an interest payment by Thursday deadline, and this has raised concerns of a default. Among other factors this week, we will also see how the GDP numbers for US and UK unfold. Back home, stocks will track global cues this week and could face volatility in the expiry week even as valuations look rich. In important data, the manufacturing PMI for September will be released this week. Also watch out for monthly sales numbers of automobile sector later this week. FPIs have pumped in about 13,500 crore rupees into equity and 8,300 crore rupees into the debt segment this month, excluding Friday. This takes the total in net investment to about 22,000 crore rupees. FPIs were net buyers to the tune of about 16,500 crore rupees in August. On Friday, FIIs net bought shares worth about 450 crore rupees, while DII net sold shares worth about 515 crore rupees. Let's tell you about the active stocks this morning. Watch out for shares of multiplexes as Maharashtra government has allowed cinema halls and theatres to reopen from October 22nd. In a major decision barely months ahead of the upcoming 2022 Assembly elections, Uttar Pradesh has announced a Rs 25 per quintal hike in the purchase prices of sugarcane in the state. Invesco, the largest investor in Z, has reiterated its call for an AGM to discuss the ouster of 3 directors and the inclusion of 6 independent board members, signalling that the tussle for control continues. Officials of debt-ridden Vodafone Idea have said that the government has given an option to telcos to pay back interest on dues through equity and also conveyed that it has no interest in acquiring any telecom company. Fuel supply by Coal India to the power sector has increased by 11% last month. This assumes significance in the context of thermal power plants facing coal shortages in India. TVS Motor plans to launch a complete range of electric 2- and 3-wheelers in the next 2 years. It is looking to play a leading role in India's emerging electric vehicle space. Biocon has said that the US FDA has issued 6 observations after inspection of manufacturing facility of its Malaysian subsidiary. Kerala Healthcare has signed a pact with Shilpa Medicare for production of Zycov-D vaccine. The Competition Commission has imposed penalties totaling close to 900 crore rupees on United Breweries, Carlsberg India and others for cartelization in the sale of beer. Tata and Airbus have signed a 22,000 crore rupee contract to make military aircrafts in India. Hectic fundraising through IPOs is expected in October-November period. At least 30 companies are looking to collectively raise over 45,000 crore rupees through initial share sales. A large chunk would be garnered by technology-driven companies. According to news reports, the government has shortlisted Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas for legal advice on upcoming mega IPO of LIC. The Board of Market Regulator SEBI is set to approve several investor-friendly measures when it meets tomorrow. These include making mergers and acquisitions easier and tweaking rules on superior voting rights for promoter of new age tech companies. And that's all we have time for. Thank you for listening in. Do send in your feedback. This is your host Rohit signing off on the Rise with India podcast. Wish you all a great day ahead.
The Rise with India podcast on ET Now.